Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Cal, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Cal's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give him while we are working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go to the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Cal's been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. Cal is seated nicely on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first command they're going to demonstrate is heeling, which is proper walking on a leash, and Fred and Cal take off doing that now. The command you want to use for this is Cal heel, and you start walking, and he'll fall right in line on your left-hand side. Now we've also gone ahead and incorporated our automatic sit into this. So anytime Fred stops his feet, as he just did, Cal will sit. It's important during the heeling process that Cal walks nicely at your pace. He shouldn't try to pull ahead of you or lag behind. If he does attempt to pull ahead or lag behind, you say no, give a tug and let go correction to the training collar, repeat your command to heel, and you start walking again. There's that automatic sit again. Next we'll be demonstrating our stay command, which is a hand and voice command. Fred's going to use the open flat of his left palm an inch or so from Cal's muzzle and the one-word command to stay. He then walks out to the end of the training leash. It's a great exercise to build up some self-control in Cal, so start practicing this one at about a minute and work your way up in increments to about 3 minutes. Now when Fred returns back to Cal, he's going to walk all the way around him, providing an added distraction as he goes behind him, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Cal holds the sit-stay throughout, Fred gives him a little praise, and they take off heeling again. I'll show you a little more of the heel, sit, and stay. There's that automatic sit again. He's got him in the sit and gives him the stay again, and walks back out to the end of that training leash. Now this time, instead of returning back, he demonstrates the come or recall command. He calls Cal in using his name. He comes in, he sits in front. Then we have an exercise called the finish, where Fred's going to heel him right around the back of him to get him right back to his left-hand side heel position, and he'll sit. He's going to demonstrate it one more time. He's got him in the sit, he gives him a stay, out to the end of the training leash. Calls him into him using his name, and it's very important that when Cal comes in on the recall that you have him sit in front of you just like he just did. Then the finish, he heels him right around the back and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Making him sit when he comes into you will help as far as him wanting to jump up on guests and whatnot when they come into your home, so always important to have him sit when he comes to people. I want to remind you, you want to practice all your commands with Cal about 15 to 20 minutes a day. You can practice inside or outside your home and just incorporate the commands into your daily routine with him. It helps to keep all the commands fresh in his mind. Next we'll be showing you our down commands. The first is down from a heel position. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm straight down to the ground and the one-word firm command to down. He then gives him a stay and walks out to the end of that training leash. It's another great exercise to build up self-control in Cal. Start practicing this one at 3 minutes and work your way up to about 5.
That's a weird-looking GPS. It's actually McDonald's Filet-O-Fish Finder. Its one and only job is to find tasty, delicious, one-of-a-kind Filet-O-Fish sandwiches. It hones right in on that delicious, tangy tartar sauce and melty cheese, getting closer by the second. I need to get one of those.
The simple joy of finding your cravings.
And then when Fred returns back to him, he's going to walk all the way around as he did on the sit stay, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Very nice. He heels him right out of it. And we'll show you that down again one more time when they come back around. And you see Cal's doing very well, but it's always really important to follow through with your commands. So if you give him a command and he doesn't respond, or he breaks one of his stays for you, the first word out of your mouth is always no, followed by a tug and let go correction to the training caller, and then you repeat the command you gave him. Fred's going to give him the down again, and the stay, walk back out to the end of that training leash.
And don't forget 0.9% financing or new 2012 Kia Souls, just $169 a month. And every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Kias from just $13,900. Plus, RJ Kia wants your trade. They'll give you $5,000.
He demonstrates the come or recall command right out of the down. Calls Cal in. He comes. He has him sit right in front of him. And then the finish, Fred's going to heel him right around the back of him to get him right back to his left-hand side heel position, and he'll sit.
Hi, this is Barbara. I want to tell you about Allen Shoes.
Okay, we'll give them a second to get lined up for our down from a distance command.
100 years providing the best in customer service, a great reason to shop local. Shoes for men and women, the perfect.
Got to do a little shake first.
One of the best shoe store in Atlanta
Alright,
County.
this will be our down from a distance. Fred's going to put him in a sit, give him a stay, walk out to the end of that training leash. Now this is the only time you're going to use your right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop him into a down from the end of the training leash.
No, down.
Very nice. He's then going to return back to him once again by walking all the way around and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Heels him right out of it. Now we've demonstrated for you all of our basic commands. And we have started to advance Cal's training a little, so we want to show you what you can build up to with him as long as you put in that 15 to 20 minutes a day. So we're going to show you a little bit of commands off leash with him. Fred has him in a sit, he gives him a stay, drops the leash, and walks away from him. And walks the perimeter of the building. Cal holds that sit stay throughout. Fred comes back, gives him some praise, gives him a down, still completely off leash, gives him a stay, and walks away again. Obviously, we don't intend for you to go home right away and try this off leash. We want you to practice with him on leash 15 to 20 minutes a day, but this just gives you some idea of what you can build up to with Cal. He's a very smart dog. Fred returns all the way back to him and heels him right out of it. Alright, we've demonstrated for you our commands that we've worked on with Cal here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Cal, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.